Hello, Igor. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
very good, very good. So, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Omsk. This is in Russia, in Siberia, in South Siberia, so it's not that cold as you might think.
No, not right now, at least, right? All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Well, tell me about your little kitty
This
and
little
your
kitty, this little kitty is not so little. As it,
anymore.
yeah, it's pretty big and pretty old. It's 13 years old right now, and
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it still has some spark.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So.
Awesome. Awesome. What is the cat's name?
The cat's name is Prince.
Prince. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my camera. I'm gonna show you. This is my dog, and he's an international dog because he was born in Hungary, and he was born in Hungary, and then he grew up um, in Finland,
So
and
he traveled all over.
yeah, he's an international dog, and he's bilingual. So he grew up in Finland, and now he is retiring um, in the USA.
I
So
see. So you said he was bilingual, so
yeah.
he barks two languages?
No, he's well. It's actually he's passively bilingual, which means
You
he
can order him around in different languages.
yeah he can understand English, and then when I get mad at him, I speak Finnish. So the little I know with the American
Yes.
accent. Hi, how are you today? What is your name? The other student. There's somebody else here. What is your name?
Hello. Oh,
Hi. What do I call you?
my Piwat in Thailand.
What is your name?
Piwat.
Piwat? Okay, nice to meet you, Piwat. Where are you calling from?
Oh, I
Where
know
are you from?
understand. Not good language.
Oh, no worries. Just follow me in the chat. I will write out in the chat. Where are you from?
I from Thailand.
Thailand. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, and then we have Igor, and he is from Russia, and I live in the USA. So Igor is from Russia. And see, he's in Russia, and I am in Holly is in the USA, and you are in Thailand. Awesome, awesome. So tell me about your picture.
Sorry.
The picture. Um,
um,
tell me about your picture.
hmm, my not understand.
Oh, I wrote it down. I
I,
wrote it down.
no?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can do something. Well, never mind. We won't do that. Uh, um, yeah, tell me about your picture. Your picture.
Picture.
Yeah, look in the notes. Look in the chat. Tell me about your picture.
Eh, okay. Okay.
Any?
Uh, my not speak.
Okay. How about? Can you introduce yourself, Piwat?
Yeah.
Okay. Please introduce yourself. Tell me about yourself. You are from Thailand?
Yes.
Anything
I
else?
I not speak.
Yeah, you don't speak English. That's why
Yes,
you are
yes.
here, right?
I not speak English.
Yeah, you are here to practice, right? All right.
Yeah.
That's okay. I hope you can understand. It's okay. You can follow along. And Igor, and are you a student in Russia?
No, I work.
Oh, what is your job?
My job is an IT developer. I develop websites.
Ah, okay. So, do you develop them like with using PHP and HTTP and all? Not HTTP. Sorry.
HTTP is not something that can
Ah,
be
I
used
meant
like a
I meant
programming language. PHP,
HTML.
PHP, JavaScript,
Yeah,
Ruby on Rails,
that's what
and
I meant.
yeah.
HTTP came out wrong. Do you ever use things like WordPress or Joomla or any of those sites, or are those for non-IT people?
Well, I don't really understand what you're talking here
Well,
about.
like WordPress?
Yeah, I know what WordPress
WordPress.
is.
Do you use WordPress, or is that too easy for a IT person to set up?
Well, what I use there is a special AP, and in that AP I develop it's like Storm. It's called PHP Storm.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm
So
just I'm just curious because I am a novice website developer. I've developed some websites, but always through WordPress and Joomla, but
well,
never like what you do. So,
these are CMS
yeah.
like engines.
Uh-huh.
They're
Exactly.
those are great because they allow you to develop sites quickly, but they're limited in their functionality.
Exactly.
There, there are good CMS out there like Drupal. Have you heard of it?
Uh-uh. Drupal, yes, actually I have heard of it.
Yeah. This one it's I don't know about Joomla, but Drupal it's free license, so you don't
Hmm.
have to pay for using that.
Okay.
No problem, and it's pretty functional.
Okay.
And actually, a lot of sites were based on that because it's
Oh,
fast, and when the site is not demanding, there are no real difficult features to add. Then it's a great base to start developer site from.
okay. I see. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started on our topic. We're waiting for a few people, but it is Saturday evening here in the Americas, so I'm thinking that there's a lot of people from South America that won't study. And what time is it where you are?
Uh, yeah, talking to me or
What?
to?
Yeah, Igor.
Uh, the time is 12 in the morning.
Oh, on Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
And Piwat, what time is it in Thailand?
What?
What time is it?
What
What
time?
time is it now in Thailand?
Yes, yes. My in Thailand.
Yeah. What
And
time is it?
what time is it for you, teacher?
Um, it is 11 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So 11 p.m. Saturday. How about you in Thai? Time is it in Thailand? What?
time 12 12 13.
And so it's 1 p.m. It's
Yes.
1 p.m.
AM,
Okay.
AM, AM.
1 p.m. Okay.
I think
Yes.
we're at the same time zone. He said
Yeah.
12:13. Like
Yeah.
it's now 12:13 here.
Oh, it's 12. Oh, okay. So so must be the same time zone. Yeah, I guess you
Mm.
are very close to Asia, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
actually in the Asian part of Russia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you don't look like you are from Asia. You have very blonde hair, so
But
um,
I'm Russian. Russians are Europeans. They just
yeah,
settled there. Just Asian region.
exactly. I understand. Understand that. So is that part of Russia similar to? I lived in Finland, and I lived in Finland for 11 years,
Huh.
and so it's of course very very cold 6 months out of the year. Is it the same in that part of Russia as well?
Well, as I mentioned, here I live in the south part of Siberia, so
Uh-huh.
the climate is really moderate. But
Ah, okay.
there is this nasty thing, like it fluctuates really quickly. Like it can be -9, for example,
Mhm.
in the winter, and the next day it goes all to the -40. So this is a really nasty thing about this
Okay.
weather. But
So
it usually there are no days that are that cold.
okay.
We we still we still get a couple of days of -30, but it's also a rare case.
Okay. Yeah. And we have well in Finland I think the average temperature was about -10. And here it will get about -10 maybe for 2-3 weeks. That's it.
Yes.
So
Well, it's a lot warmer there.
yeah, I used to call when it would get above zero and when it would be +5 in the winter time, I would call it a Scandinavian heat wave. so, so we're having a heat wave, a Scandinavian heat wave. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get started on the topic. And I'm going to try to speak slower today. I'm not very good at speaking slow. Okay, so accidents at home is the topic. Layla, welcome.
Welcome.
Where are you calling from, Layla?
I am from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, welcome. And what time is it in Saudi Arabia right now?
It is 8:16
AM?
in morning. Yes.
Okay. All right. So we've got Piwat, and he's from Thailand, and then we have Igor from Russia, and they are in the same time zone, and it's about 12:16 there. So
Oh.
on Sunday, and here it is still Saturday, where I'm at. It's
No,
11.
It's Sunday here.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's why it's so fun. This is great. I started. Here, let me show my face again. I started teaching at Verbling just this week, and I am having so much fun because I'm meeting all of you from all over the world, and I get to stay in Idaho, but learn to know everybody from everywhere. It's wonderful. It's just been great. So thank you for coming, and welcome. And so now we're going to get started on the topic. And if I do speak fast, please let me know. So, yeah, cultural exchange right at Verbling. So, okay. So accidents at home. So first thing, let's look at these pictures. What is happening in these pictures? So let's start with this picture. What is happening in this picture? Piwat, what is happening in this picture?
Fire?
Yeah, there is a fire, and it must be close to home. That's why it was written there. So there's a fire. Okay. And what is happening in this picture, anyone?
Please, a doctor is examining an X-ray.
Yes, the doctor is examining an X-ray. So maybe somebody broke a bone. And
well, I think it's a foot.
Yeah.
Like a foot.
And how do you think they broke their foot?
Maybe, but maybe there are some minor problems there, like a crack in the bone or a fracture, or maybe some kind of excessive growth of bones. If there is such a condition, I don't know how
Yeah.
to explain it.
Yeah. It sounds like you either watch medical shows on TV or you know a lot about medicine.
My mother is a medic, so
Oh,
I
okay.
just I had no real say in that. I
Uh-huh.
just know these things.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. Well, what's happening in this situation?
Someone is going to get slipped.
Yeah. So what could happen if he slipped on the banana?
There will be a funny situation, either a funny situation or a really bad one, because
Yeah.
he can hurt himself really badly in
Yeah.
this case.
It could be badly or it could be funny. So, Layla, have you ever seen anyone slip on a banana?
No, I don't remember that. I don't think so.
You don't think so? Have you seen anybody slip on a banana, Igor?
When I was a kid, I made this silly thing. I watched the movies there, and everybody were sleeping on bananas, and I ate a banana, dropped it on the floor, and tried to get sleep on it. And it was really difficult to do that.
So you've actually tried to slip on
Yeah,
a banana?
and I couldn't manage that.
How funny.
It's just not that slippery.
Well, that's interesting. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Hey, what? Have you slipped on a banana? Have you slipped on a banana?
No, I don't understand.
Okay, that's fine. I'm typing it in. So let's go to the next one. What is this in this picture? Piwat, what is in this picture? Do you know these words?
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't know. No, just say I don't know. You're practicing English by saying I don't know. So, okay. So Layla, what is going on in this picture?
I think they are going to handle some fire or something like this.
Uh-huh. Okay. Excellent. Hi, Aka. How are you this morning?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. Very good. Yeah, so today we're talking about accidents at home, and we have Piwat from Thailand. We have Layla from Saudi Arabia. No. Is that where you were calling from? Yeah, and Igor from Russia. And then Aka here, you guys, he is from Japan. So a very intercultural group. So we're talking about accidents at home. I've just pointed at this picture, Aka. What is happening in this picture? What is this?
Water is flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the pool's accident or something.
Well, there's no accident in this picture. It's just a pool. But what kinds of accidents could happen in this picture?
Leaking water from pool?
Yeah, or a child could slip in. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, what Igor wrote, he wrote a drowning. A drowning could happen. It's beautiful, but it's not a place for small children or drunk people who cannot walk. So, okay, let's go to the next page. On this page, we have a bunch of pictures, and first of all, let's answer 4 questions. The first question is, where are these found in a house? Okay, so we'll talk about the rooms of a house. And why could there be danger? Why could they be dangerous? To whom could they be dangerous? And what could someone do to lessen the danger they present? Okay, so let's start over in this corner. What is this, first of all?
Iron claws.
So yeah, so it is called an iron.
Yes, iron.
Yeah, iron. Okay, and why could it be dangerous? Anyone?
Because it gets really hot, and you may touch this surface, that is the bottom surface, and you may get a burn,
Okay.
a really bad burn. Also, if you forget to plug it out, to unplug it from the electricity, then it may start to fire.
Okay, it might start a fire. So there's two things that could happen.
Well,
one,
also
burning, two, fire.
It's pretty heavy.
Uh-huh.
If it just falls over on your ankle or foot or your hand or whenever, then it's going to hurt and hurt badly.
Okay, exactly. So there's three things. You could hurt your foot because it's heavy. You could burn yourself, or you could start a fire. So, do you guys? I know that when I lived abroad, outside of the U.S., I did not have one. But do you guys have a dryer? A dryer for your clothes?
No.
Layla, do you have a dryer for your clothes?
No, I don't have.
Aka, do you?
No, I don't have.
Okay. Well, if you ever get a dryer for your clothes, you never have to iron again. Because what you do is you put I just learned this just a few years ago. You put a wet towel with your clothes, your shirt that needs ironed, and dry it for 15 minutes, and no wrinkles. So it's really great. If you have a dryer, it's great. But if you don't, then I guess you have to iron. So, okay, Aka, what is this, and why could it be dangerous?
It's a bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe sleeping, or kind of heart attack, or yeah.
Someone could get a heart attack in the bathtub. They could slip. What else?
Singing a long time. Or...
Yeah, or maybe they could. Another thing. No worries. No worries. They could drown.
Yeah, because sometimes with alcohol, or smoke it, or
Yeah, or if you're really tired, am I the only person? Have you ever fallen asleep when you take a bath?
Yeah, very short moment, and I realized, oh, I slept.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Okay, and who could this bathtub be the most dangerous to?
A baby.
Yeah. Yeah, a baby, children, exactly. So, and how can you keep? What could someone do to lessen the danger they represent?
And old people too.
Old people, yes. The young and the old. Exactly. Thank you, Layla.
Don't use it.
Just don't use it. So, Igor, are you a shower person?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How about you, Aka? Are you a shower or bathtub?
In the summertime, shower, but in the wintertime, it's bathtub.
Okay. And Layla, how about you?
Shower.
Shower. Okay. Yeah. And I am 100% bathtub, but right now I have a shower. So, on tomorrow I'm going to a friend's house, and I'm going to house sit. Do you guys know what that means?
What?
Do you know the word house sit? It's a verb, to house sit.
It's the same as babysit, same idea.
Yeah, yeah, it's the same as babysit, except there's no babies, and this time there's no animals. So I'm going to bring my dog.
We'll just watch over the house.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to actually stay, and I stay when she is traveling. She invites me to go there, and I stay there, and I just basically live there like it's my own home. So, yeah, there's when people are traveling, sometimes, especially if they have animals, it's cheaper, it's better for the animal to get somebody to house sit or pet sit. That's another thing. Pet sit.
Even if they have garden?
Yeah, and they can take care of the garden, especially if they're gone for a long time. They take care of the garden, they take care of the plants, they bring in the mail, and all I have to do with my friend's place is bring in her mail. That's all. Can you fork sit or jewelry sit? Well, that's part of house sitting. That's pretty good. Okay, thanks, Akko, for telling us. Okay, next one. A dog. What a cute little dog. First of all, where can a dog be found in a house?
All over.
All over, yeah. I was thinking, do you guys know this word, underfoot?
On the bed.
Underfoot. My dog, right now he's in the other room, but if he was in here, he would be right next to me, and I would stand up, and if he doesn't move, I would step on him. So if somebody is underfoot, they're always close by. So to me, dogs are always underfoot, but they're also all over the place, right? How could a dog be dangerous?
This one can be dangerous. So cute.
Yeah. Well, Chinese pugs, of course. Layla, can you think of how a dog can be dangerous?
I don't know. I haven't ever had a dog.
Oh, you don't have a dog. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Igor has a cat. See his picture?
Well, this one can be really dangerous to my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess my dog, before he moved in with me, the lady he lived with had him, and she also had a cat. And he traumatized the cat.
What did you do to him?
I have no idea, but apparently the cat was so scared of dogs and people, and he just stayed usually in a corner. So usually Alpo, he usually ignores cats. But this time, I guess he didn't when he was a real small puppy. But yeah, a dog things could be dangerous with a dog is
They can bite you.
They can bite you. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But they also can keep you from danger as well. So
Well, they also can damage your property.
Yes, definitely damage property. I don't know which is worse.
Eat your food.
Mm-hmm. What is worse? What is worse? A small. Let me write it down right. A small dog or small children.
Well, I think
They both damage property.
well, you need to watch or to watch after small kids more.
Yeah, it's true. You do. And Layla, do you have any children?
Yes, I have. Yes. No, I have.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
How old are they?
Oldest one is 17.
Oh, you don't have small children. You have older children. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And small one is 8.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And so your kids are older.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, how many children do you have?
5.
Oh, wow. Wow. My twin sister right now, they have 5 children, and the ages are 1, 2, 5, 5, and 6.
5 are they twins?
Yeah, they're twins. And
Nice.
Yeah, but it's a very busy household and very messy.
I
How do
can
they?
imagine.
Because of the children, and um, it's very interesting. So
I
Are
can
they?
imagine how busy is she.
yeah, she doesn't work, and she really wants to work, but she has realizing that she can't work outside of the home, and she has to have a job that's very flexible. So because childcare is very expensive, but also just the needs of the children. The children come first, and so anyway, so
That's
that's
pretty difficult to handle.
yeah.
Five little kids.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm around a lot helping out and stuff like that.
By the way, may I ask a question here?
Uh-huh.
Is it polite to refer to somebody's kids as urchins?
As what?
Urchins.
Or no, it's not.
Like little urchins.
Little urchins. I've heard it before, but no, it is not polite because basically you can. It's kind of like this.
Isn't it offensive?
Yeah,
Is
it
it
is.
offensive?
Yes, it is. You can describe your own children that way
I see.
as a joke, but you can't describe other people's children that way. Just like, for example, if this is an example, politics. Americans can joke about bad politics, but if Americans hear a foreigner say the same joke, they might get insulted. Or same as Russians or whatever. We have jokes that we can joke about ourselves, but if we hear an outsider say the same thing, we can't. Unless you have a very close relationship. So if you have your best mate, your best pal friend that you've known for years and years, and he knows you really well, and he has some small children, and you call them little urchins, then no problem. He probably is going to understand you. But if it's someone you don't know well,
I gotcha.
yeah, so it's the same. I had a student. He came back from the U.S. right after 9/11 in 2001, and he was very surprised. He said, "I couldn't tell a joke that I could tell anywhere else in the world because it was about that." So, anyway, let's go on. This picture right here. How could this be? First of all, what is this? And how can it be dangerous?
Is it glass?
Yeah, glass, or it's what?
A window?
Window. Yeah, it's a window. Okay, and it must be raining outside, or Christmas lights or something. So how could it be dangerous, though?
Maybe for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Some kids maybe jump through that window.
They could, yeah. In fact, the 5-year-old nephews, when they were about 4, they realized that they learned how to jump through the windows of their house. So.
Well, that was not really great.
It
was not a great idea.
No, my sister would she's like, oh, you know what they did today? So.
My nephew did the same thing. He jumped through the window from the second floor.
Oh, second floor.
Yeah.
Did he hurt himself?
No. he just so scared.
Sorry, did it jump through the glass or through the open window? Because it's
probably open window.
Open window, yes.
Open window.
He was watching kids while they playing outside. Then I think he get excited and through, jump through the window.
Yeah, it's kind of like my nephews. My sister would send them to their room for timeout. Do you guys know what that is?
Yes.
No.
Timeout. It's basically instead of spanking the child, instead of hitting the child or anything, spanking them, you send them to timeout. Maybe you send them to their bedroom. You be quiet for 10 minutes. You can come out and finish playing, right? So she was sending them to their bedroom for timeout, and they figured out that they could get out of their window. So now she has to, when they have to go to timeout when they're naughty, they have to be on a stool in the middle of the living room. So
She might consider getting some secure locks on the window.
yeah, that's what they need to do. So, and then the neighbor boy also, my nephew was in the room one time, and he was making fun. He was teasing a neighbor boy, and actually the word is taunting. That means you can't get me. I'm in here. You're in there. Da 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 da. And he was taunting him, and the neighbor boy came up to the window with a stick, and so in that window there's a little crack because the neighbor boy broke the window. And they haven't fixed it yet. I think they're waiting.
I'm sorry.
They have the window. They have not fixed the window yet because I think they are waiting for the boys to grow up a little.
Well, working on the same task can be a real theme to help them get along.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they'll have them fix it. I don't know, but they're waiting for them to grow up a little, because and settle down, and then they will fix the house. So anyway,
that's not happening. Yes.
what? Excuse me.
That's not happening.
No, they're not. Anyway, we're getting off topic, and we only have 15 minutes left. Let's go on to another activity. So, on this one, what do you need if you cut your finger preparing food? Aka, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Awesome, you've been really quiet. So, what do you need if you cut your finger preparing food?
Knife.
You need a knife to cut your finger? No.
For sure, you need it.
So you need the knife in order to cut your finger, but what do you need if you've already done that?
The Band-Aid.
Okay, so you need a Band-Aid. Anything else? Igor?
What is correct pronunciation? Like antiseptics.
Yeah, that's exactly the correct pronunciation. Antiseptics. So you need to put something over it, maybe. Okay.
Like poultice.
Yeah. Okay, Layla, what do you need if you fall down and cannot move? Oh, it says cannot move a limb. What do you need? What do you do?
I need someone who help me.
Uh-huh. So you call somebody, please help me.
Yes, please help me.
Yeah. Actually, that happened to me when I was in Finland and I was living alone, and I laid down on the couch and I could not move. My neck went out and I could not move.
Oh.
And my cell phone was right next to me. And so I called some people, and they knew I called somebody, and they knew the person with my extra key, so they came and helped me stand up. So, okay, so Igor, what do you do if what do you need if your child drinks a poisonous liquid?
Oh, that's not going to happen. Well, I think in this case you would have to call a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And also I think it depends on how much he sipped. they sipped.
Yeah.
So if it's not as much, then probably it's not going to hurt. But if it's much, then you have to wash it out of the stomach as quickly as possible, like drinking a lot of water and making yourself vomit after that.
Mm-hmm. And also it says discuss syrup of ipecac, and that's a syrup that will actually allow the person to vomit. Layla, you're a mom. Has that ever happened to any of your kids?
Yeah, I took them to hospital and they treat the situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And did they give them
But
something?
I think I read something about you have to give them some milk.
Uh-huh.
And that would help them.
Okay. Milk.
I think. I'm not sure about this information, but I think I have read it.
Mm-hmm. I've only heard syrup of ipecac. So, the other Holly wants to know, was it a total disaster? Okay, well, anything. Anyway, syrup of ipecac. Okay, let's. Aka, what do you need if the toilet is flooding the bathroom?
Oh, that's a problem. Maybe I need to kind of stop the plug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And maybe I need some towels to get rid of it. Or my small vacuum cleaner can suck a liquid. So
oh, really?
Yeah, useful. But it doesn't. It's a small vacuum, so it doesn't suck a lot of water.
But it will.
Helpful.
Okay. Yeah. In English, I don't know. I've actually never seen one outside of the U.S., but in the U.S. we have something that we keep next to the toilet called the plunger.
Plunger.
And it's a plastic thing, and when the toilet floods, you put the plunger down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah. That's yeah. I have it too. Yes.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Luckily, it's rarely happening, so I've never used it.
I know. Well, it's interesting because I lived in Finland for 11 years, and 11 years, and I lived in South Korea for 2 years, and the toilet never plugged up either time. But in the States, it's always plugging up. So in an old home. So Igor, does it plug up in your place?
Plug up? No.
No.
Everything is okay in that regard.
Yeah, you never had that problem. Do you have that problem in Saudi Arabia?
Excuse me, which one?
About the toilet flooding. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes we have it.
Okay, so there are some countries where, I mean, the 2 countries I lived in, no problems, but here in the States, it seems like always.
No, we have.
Especially when my sister's kids are around. Do you think maybe that could be why? Anyway, next, number 6. Layla, what would you do? What do you need if a neighbor's dog is growling at you? Or what would you do, basically?
We actually we don't have dogs here.
Really?
Yeah. We don't have dogs because that's why I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well,
maybe I will take it to my neighbor. I don't know.
Well, Igor, maybe you can tell us. What would you do if a neighbor's dog is growling at you?
Well, you may, just start growling back at it.
Oh, you'd start growling back at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You may, scare it off in this case.
so
Well, certainly there is one thing you should never do. Don't ever try to run away from a dog. In that case, you will become a prey in its eyes.
yeah, just walk slowly by it.
You may, if
it's growling at you.
If it's still trying to charge at you or something like that, there is a weak spot on the nose, so you can just punch it in the nose, and it's going to cause an intense pain to the dog.
Oh, wow.
So it's also some dogs will be really wary of somebody bending over, for example, to try pick up a stone or something like that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So if a dog sees that, it also may scare it off. Also, if the neighbor is around, you may, just yell at the neighbor to call the dog off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would usually do. But if I know that there's a mean dog in the area, I stay away. So Akko, what do you do? Do you have dogs? Very, very many dogs in Japan.
Nowadays, the manner of the dog, the owner of dog is good. But when I was a kid, how can I say? I was a newspaper boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I, bring a newspaper to the home. But one home, the dog came very close to the post.
Yeah.
At first, all of a sudden, that dog came to me, just beside me, and he growled harshly.
Really?
I was wondering how should I do next day, because I have to go there every day. So I bring some dog food in my pocket, and I spread the dog food when he or she approaching me. And after that, I tamed him. When I came the post, he asked me to give what. After that, I didn't bring dog food
anymore.
But he didn't bark anymore.
So after that, did you just put your hand out so he could smell you and he knew you were okay?
Yeah, maybe I tamed him.
Yeah,
You
cool.
think I'm a food giver or a friend or something.
Cool. So, hi Thomas, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. So you're coming to the tail end of the class, but you're welcome. So we're talking about accidents at home, and we're just. Do you have any kids, Thomas?
I have a niece and a nephew.
Okay. So what do you need if your niece or nephew falls off a chair and is bleeding?
Peroxide and Band-Aid.
And lots of love.
Right.
Right, and hugging and kissing and everything. All right. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Let's discuss. Igor, since you were the first person here, could you choose one of the questions and ask somebody else?
Okay. Let me just flip them. What can Okay, I think I will choose Layla and ask her this one. What other dangers can be found in a home no, not this one, sorry. What can be done throughout the house to prevent accidents?
So this one right here.
Yeah. Layla, it was meant for you.
And she can start, and then everybody else can.
Can you repeat
this question right here? This one.
What can be done? What?
Throughout the house.
Mm-hmm.
To prevent accidents.
Well, I think I have to make sure that every room or every place in the home is safe for kids.
Mm-hmm.
There is many way to be sure that I have to try to don't use sharpen things and something like this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so you need to make sure everything is up and chemicals are not there
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. And also keep kids out of rooms that they don't need to be there. So,
Yeah.
all right. And Layla, can you choose a question and ask Aka or Igor?
Okay. Where at home would you put your fire's aid kit?
Oh yeah, first aid kit.
Mm-hmm.
Aka?
Aka. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I put the first aid kit in the living room, closet in the living room.
All right. Now, why did you choose that area?
Because kind of it's center in the house, and I stay there. Often stay there.
Mm-hmm. So that's where you are mostly.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And so Aka, could you ask Igor or Layla a question?
Okay. What can be done to prevent a kitchen accident, Layla?
Mm-hmm. Which one, please?
Second one, what can be done to prevent kitchen accidents?
Kitchen. Okay. I have for kids. I have to keep sharpening away from them, and I have to be sure to close the gas before we go out or sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So keep it sharp and also keep it clean.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And kids always spill.
And dry.
And
I have to keep the floor is dry.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise the kids will just spill and they won't clean it up right. Yeah. So, okay. All right. One more question. Layla, could you ask Igor a question?
What is the most dangerous thing in your home? How can your home be made less dangerous? Igor?
The most dangerous thing in my home. But there is no dangerous things in my home.
Nothing?
Well, not that dangerous. Well, maybe they're maybe my notebook. I don't know why.
Your notebook.
Why in particular it's so dangerous, but I think it may electrocute you at some point. There is a danger of that, but the danger is really, well, the odds are really low for that.
Uh-huh. And the notebook as in your laptop computer.
Laptop.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe if there is, what is it? Thunder and lightning outside, and you're having a storm. Maybe that's what could happen. You're working on because at least in the States we are taught when there is thunder and lightning to turn off the TV and turn off and unplug the computers.
Yeah, that's the same thing they teach you. Also, stay away from any electricity conduits.
Yeah, of course. You know, how many of us actually turn off our computers and our TVs during a thunderstorm?
I always ignore that one. Only if the storm, you can feel it that it's really close.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can feel it with. You know, if you just compare the time for lightning and the thunder, the delay between them. You can figure out the distance pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like we're out of time, and so it's been a pleasure working with you all today, and I hope to see you again in another class. Again, I'm new. Look for Teacher Holly on Facebook, or you can follow me on this page on Google Plus or whatever. But I hope to see you again. And thank you very much. You've all done a very good job.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you for
Thank
this
you.
class.
Thank
It was
you.
fun.
It was fun. Yeah, I always have fun because of you guys.